This year for the holidays, I decided to surprise my parents with a trip to Tokyo. It was my mom's first time traveling to Japan. Not gonna lie, it's been a couple rough months for my family, but if there's one thing that can cheer all of us up, it is good food.
今天我们要去足具鱼市场 Let's go!
First things first, we went to the market, packed with the freshest seafood and some of the most delicious dishes. Instantly, our nose were drawn to the perfectly grilled tuna on a stick. Cooked from the natural fat from the tuna, I was drooling while lighting up.
So excited.
Once it's grilled, all you need is a little bit of salt and pepper and a drizzle of lemon. Like, look at that.
Cheers.
Needless to say, this dish left us speechless. And here's a clip of my dad trying to show you the food. He thought the hands go to the front.
1到10分。10分。几分？12分。几分？
There were so many delicious food options, and not gonna lie, we went a little bit hard and literally tried a little bit of everything, such as grilled unagi on a stick, these delicious strawberry wrapped mochi. We got the famous white strawberry, which was so delicious. We went back for seconds. This $50 Wagyu beef with uni on top that we all shared, since it was a little bit pricey, but it was so worth it. It literally melted in my mouth and left me speechless.
Oh my god, so good.
It just melts in your mouth.
These $10 chirashi don, which is sashimi rice balls that cannot be any fresher.
Literally melts in your mouth. Everything here melts in your mouth.
Dom loved it so much, he went back to get another bowl. One of my personal favorites that you need to try, tamago on a stick. It was so sweet and fluffy, it tasted like custard. I don't know how they do it, it's so good.
It's so soft on the inside. It kind of feels like a dessert, like a custard. It's so fluffy and soft. I do highly recommend lining up for this. The line may seem long, but it moves really, really, really quick.
Of course, we got some freshly made matcha as the perfect palate cleanser.
Good, right?
That is so good.
Last but not least, the most delicious freshly grilled seafood. You can pick any seafood you like and they'll make it right in front of you. We got scallops, oysters, and squid.
Ooh. 这个很新鲜吧？吓死人了，好吃吗？
我奶油调的好好吃哦。
Make sure to drink the delicious goodness from the scallop shell. Me and my dad were both so surprised at how good it tasted. It was sweet, it was savory, it was fresh, it was umami, it was everything. We spent around 3 hours here just exploring and eating, and I cannot think of a better way to start the trip.
Back with another ice cream. Round 2.
This one's yuzu. They use real fruit.
We then spent the rest of the day shopping around Ginza, trying even more food such as the fruit sandwich,
Creamy custard on the inside.
strawberry shortcake, and curry bun.
Curry on the inside.
At this point, we already did 15,000 steps for the day, and we wanted to sit down and enjoy a nice dinner. This restaurant had the most beautiful view of Ginza. The wait was around 30 minutes, which isn't bad. I honestly love their cabbage salad. It's so simple, but it's so delicious and fresh. It was also unlimited, so we each had 2 bowls. The set also came with miso soup that had clams in it, which was so fresh. The katsu was crispy on the outside and tender on the inside.
Extra fatty pork.
So fatty. Oh wow, that's really good.
Is it fatty though?
It's very fatty though. I don't think everybody will be able to handle this. It's really good.
My personal favorite was for sure the black curry katsu. It was packed with so much flavor. I wanted to dip everything into that sauce.
I really like the black curry. It's so spicy, but it's really good. The sauce.
What a perfect way to end the first day in Tokyo. Since we're going to the temple today, we want to fill up our bellies so we have lots of energy to explore and shop. Right beside our hotel, there's a super cute onigiri restaurant that makes the best rice bowls. Make sure to come early because they literally sell out right away. It was only 9 a.m. and most of the items were already sold out. So they're huge and they look like this. I don't know how they do it, but the rice is just so chewy and fluffy at the same time. I think I eat this for breakfast every single day. The rice?
The rice is unreal.
It's unreal. It's the best rice I've ever had in my life. Look how much filling they have in there. And the rice is just delicious and a little bit of saltiness from the masago. Highly recommend. I think this onigiri is a definition of simple yet delicious. Now that we're all filled up, it's time to explore the temple. These past few months have been a little bit tough on my family. My dad has stage 4 cancer, so sometimes I feel like it's a constant uphill battle. Even though we're all staying strong, positive, and happy, a place that my family always finds peace is the temple. I recently saw a post that said, your parents are also living life for the first time ever, so it's important to be kind to them. This was a trip that my family really needed to take a break from our life at home and just focus on exploring and having fun.
44，哎呀，44，这个，哇，这很好哎，哇，99。The best fortune， 最好的。
A place that instantly caught my attention was the pomelo buns stuffed with ice cream. The line may seem long, but it actually moves really fast. I don't know how they do it, but it's crispy on the outside. The bun is super soft and fluffy. And honestly, the creamy ice cream is just a cherry on top. It was perfect.
Unreal.
Honestly, this was so good that my mom had a whole bun to herself. We also went to try the matcha beer, and it was so refreshing and tasted a lot like matcha. It was then lunchtime, so we found this super cute hole-in-the-wall restaurant to enjoy some traditional Japanese lunch set. One thing that really surprised me in Japan is how good their tofu is. I even went to the grocery store and got some to enjoy as a late-night snack. My dad was craving a bowl of hot noodle soup, and this really hit the spot for him. I know I keep saying this, but Japan really knows how to make something so simple taste so delicious. It's like every little detail is perfected.
Horse mackerel. Eat it with some rice. The perfect bite. So simple, but it's really good.
After lunch, we were so energized, so we decided to go to Kappabashi, a street specializing in kitchenware. My mom and I both love cooking, so this was the perfect place to work off all the food we just ate. After a couple hours of shopping, it was time to re-energize. So I decided to take my parents to Kora Sushi, one of the most famous conveyor belt sushi in Tokyo. Averaging around $1 to $2 per order, this was such a good deal and it was so much fun. You order from a tablet and I'm not even kidding, within minutes the food is delivered right to you. Honestly, I really love their steamed eggs. It was so soft, it warmed me right up. We ordered a bunch of different options to try and they were all pretty good. It is very welcoming, a great place to relax after a full day of activities. My family and I all agree that this is one of the most comfortable and fun places to have dinner.
Final result. Oh, this is all Dom's. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 这个输了。你怎么知道你输了？因为他这样下去了。那你怎么知道你选哪一个？21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
I also love the after dinner game, and even though after all these plates we only had one gift, it was worth it.
太难了，那什么
Anya, it's Anya.
Suddenly, the world I used to know, I see it differently. You woke me from a dream, now here's reality. Baby, baby, you are really hurting me. 'Cause every time you tell me I look good in bed, I'm doing fine, but nothing ever changes. And now I see, baby, you are hurting me.
Day 2战利品，耶！
Since we stayed up pretty late last night shopping and exploring, we decided to take it easy since we had omakase reservation at night. We went to the small yakitori shop in Ginza, specializing in charcoal grilled chicken skewers and kamameshi, which translates to kettle rice, a traditional Japanese rice cooked in an iron pot. One of my biggest regrets this trip was not coming back again. It was seriously so perfect. I love trying all the different parts of the chicken, but my favorite was for sure the chicken skin and the chicken liver.
This liver might be the best thing I have ever had. It is so good, it melts in your mouth.
I wish they had these shops in Vancouver because I would literally be here every Friday night.
1, 2, 3.
One thing I always wanted to try in Japan was omakase, which literally means I leave it up to you, where the customer leaves it up to the chef to customize the menu. My sister had her honeymoon dinner here and had an amazing experience, so we were super excited to give it a try.
Their first time at an omakase.
Not gonna lie, we were a little bit nervous since we don't speak Japanese. It was very intimate dining experience, serving over 6 people at a time. At the start of the dinner, we were all so nervous, we didn't even talk or move at all. But as the night went on, I can easily say that this was hands down the most special dining experience of my life. In total, we had 15 dishes plus 3 appetizers in between. I don't think I have ever tasted sushi this fresh. I know this may sound dramatic, but sitting here with my parents, experiencing one of my lifelong dreams, I literally almost teared up a few times during dinner.
1
I would say that this was beyond a meal. It was an experience to see the chef work her magic in front of us, to explain to us each dish and the reasoning behind the pairing. It was art.
I don't want to eat it because it looks so good.
Little things such as using the mixture of red vinegar and the sushi rice, lightly toasting the seaweed to bring out the flavor, the different citrus zest and salt for the subtle yet delicate freshness, adding the smoke for depth and savoriness, and just the tiniest detail on how to prepare each ingredient so everything perfectly complements each other. I don't even think I can name my favorite course because everything was absolutely perfect. As the season changes, the menu also changes, so you're always guaranteed to have the fresher ingredients in front of you.
My favorite uni.
Yeah, thank you.
My family and I talk about this meal all the time because nothing can beat it. If you're looking for a fun experience, I highly recommend trying omakase. Especially this restaurant, I felt so welcome the whole time. It was really a memory I would cherish for the rest of my life. So today we're gonna go to Ueno, which is one of my favorite places. There's so many good food there and I'm so excited. And at night, I'm gonna go to Monjayaki, and I can't wait to show you guys this Monjayaki place. I dream about it. That's how good it is. And I can't wait for my parents to try it. So, let's go! For lunch, we wanted something simple yet hearty, so we decided to get ice cold beer with hot soba noodles. My mom and I got the duck soba noodle soup, and my dad got the seasonal special oysters. Prior to coming to Japan, I only ever had soba noodles cold, but wow, I have been missing out. The broth was so pure with a subtle hint of yuzu. And the noodles were so nice and chewy. The duck meat was smoked but still super tender. We were honestly silent the whole time because all we wanted to do was slurp our noodles and drink our soup. We then went to Yono Park to walk it off and explore even more temples. My dad was feeling a little bit under the weather, so we took him home to rest and he wanted to take a long bath and sleep it off. We made him some food, then me, my mom, and Dom went to explore Roppongi. This view. Oh my goodness. This left me and my mom speechless. We stood here for 30 minutes just taking everything in. So pretty. Fun fact about me, I love crayon shin. So when I saw this, I fangirled hard. I also grew up watching Doraemon, and this made me so excited. We then found this delicious unagi restaurant that was so good, and it was really affordable. For a whole unagi, it was only 2,600 yen, and the quality was unreal. The best unagi I've ever had. It was so good that we actually planned a whole day in Roppongi on the last day and took my dad back. He said it was so good and so worth it. Today we are at Shinjuku. We're just gonna walk around right now and explore. So busy here today, but the weather's beautiful. So let's go explore Shinjuku. The first place we went was Gyukatsu, one of the most iconic and must-try restaurants in Tokyo.
So refreshing.
Me and Dom have been here before, but we knew we wanted to bring my parents to try. The steak is cooked to a perfect medium rare, the marbling, and you grill it over a hot stone to your liking. We got really lucky. Last time we came, we lined up for an hour and a half. This time we came at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday, and we came right in, no line. So maybe that's a trick. Have it at a random time, 2 p.m., no line. They serve with barley rice, soup, and a bunch of side dishes. My personal favorite is the yam. It is so delicious, especially when it's paired with a steak.
入口即化，对不对？ So good. You finished everything.
It's funny that when I was young, all I wanted to do was travel with my friends. And now that I'm older, there's nothing I appreciate more than family time. There's something so special about seeing your parents experience something for the first time. I think as parents over time, you can easily lose your identity. When I was younger, my mom was just my mom. But as I got older, I realized how much they had to give up and how fast time flies, especially when you have kids. It's hard seeing your parents get old, and I really hope this year I can spend even more time with my family. I want to take this time to say a big thank you for allowing me to have a job that allows me to be flexible with my time, to be part of my mom's first trip to Japan, to take time off to be with my parents to reset, to be able to bond over our love for food. This is something I will never forget in my life, and I want to say thank you. We were so lucky, and Ichiran also didn't have a line, so that's what we had for dinner. I know there are mixed reviews about Ichiran, but it's so iconic. If it is your first time, you need to give it a try. In fact, it was my dad's #1 thing that he requested that he wanted to try in Tokyo. Honestly, some may say it's overrated, but it really does hit the spot. It may not be the best ramen in Japan, but it's consistent and you can customize each bowl to your liking. The broth is always so rich and creamy, and when coated with the bouncy, chewy noodles, you will be wanting seconds. The egg is also cooked to a perfectly gooey egg. As my dad's first time,
爸，你觉得好吃吗？
非常。
ご飯はお持ちします。
水よ。
Thumbs right here. The line is all the way around the corner. Ooh. It's so creamy on the inside. There's an orange on the inside, like a full orange there. Ooh.
For lunch, we were craving ramen, so we decided to give this restaurant a try.
Yeah.
We all got different ramen so that we can try each other's broths and noodles. I honestly think this is the best part about traveling with other people. You can order so much food and give them all a try.
Oh, 清爽。它柠檬汁好多。
Really? We have been so lucky this trip with lineups, since this is normally a 1-hour wait, but we got seated within 5 minutes. I think the trick is just to go at random times. We went at 2 p.m. We filled up on noodles and then we headed to Shibuya. In total, we averaged around 20,000 steps a day in Tokyo. But because there's so much to see and do, time really does fly by super quick. For example, my parents had so much fun walking through the Shibuya crossing that we did it 4 times. For dinner, we were craving something comforting, so as we explored around Shibuya, we stumbled across this yakitori restaurant and saw the chef grilling outside. Right away, I knew I had to go in just from the smell alone. If you love drinking, eating, and having a time, I highly recommend checking out yakitori restaurants in Japan. I like to order a little bit of everything and just keep ordering as I go.
This one is chicken skin. The chicken skin here is so good.
We actually sat here for almost 3 hours just ordering more skewers and drinks and just enjoying each other's company. I can't think of a better way to end our second last night in Tokyo.
Juicy and delicious.
So this is a super small shop that sells takoyaki. Look how good it looks. So good. Every time someone asks me what is a must-try dish in Japan, I say mochiyaki. So that's where I want to take my parents for our last meal in Tokyo. If you never tried mochiyaki before, it's a type of Japanese pan-fried batter. Mochiyaki is made from a flour-based batter and cooked on a hot iron plate. This restaurant actually prepares everything right in front of you. So not only do you get to enjoy a delicious meal, but you also get a show. To make it, the chef chops and stir-fry the vegetables until it gets nice and sizzly. He then created a donut-shaped bank with all the stir-fried ingredients. Next, he pours the broth into the bank and begins mixing the batter until it slowly thickens up. Once thickened, other toppings will be added in. The chef will then keep mixing until all the liquid starts to slowly thicken up and you're ready to enjoy the mochiyaki hot on the iron plate. I know this may not seem like the prettiest dish, but trust me when I say it's so special that once you take the first bite, you'll instantly be reaching for seconds. We also tried the black ink squid mochiyaki, which was packed with so much flavor. Mochiyaki is meant to be enjoyed while chatting and drinking with friends. Each dish takes around 10 to 20 minutes to finish, and when you're ready, they'll bring out the second course to cook everything in front of you. This one actually contained rice, which gave it a really nice creamy risotto consistency. Because everything is served hot on the iron plate, as you're enjoying it, you also get different textures. Since the longer you leave it on, it will also slowly become slightly crispy on the edges.
So good. Such a unique dining experience.
We also ordered okonomiyaki, which is a popular savory pancake dish that was super delicious and cooked right in front of us. Halfway through eating, we also saw the guest next to us order grilled squid and it smelled so good, so we had to order one. This was 100% the best decision we ever made because it was so delicious. I think this is the best squid I have ever had. Between the four of us, we had 3 mochiyaki, 1 okonomiyaki, 1 fried rice at the end, as well as 1 grilled squid. This is honestly the perfect meal to wrap up our first trip to Tokyo. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy coming along with us on our food journey. Let me know if you want to see more travel style food videos, and I'll see you next week. Love you!